This video from ICI World hopes to demonstrate 5 things. How to work real estate have and want exclusive information that generates leads, just like a real estate board listing will generate a lead as well, so you can have the best of both worlds working for you. This gives you extra opportunities to make money that you presently do not have now as a licensed real estate broker or salesperson. And that we're going to show you methods to eventually get more listings that you can sell. This is going to help you get listings, and it's going to help you obtain listings so that you can add them to your real estate board. There's methods also to search exclusive listings on the market industry-wide today that are not on real estate boards. Real estate widgets that you can add to your website of exclusive information that make it absolutely inevitable for you to generate leads, every single person that has it, from your website. And one lead can make you a lot of money. And why to consider having more than one website that you can link together for lead generation, understanding what it takes, and how to ensure that you get leads every 90 days, and what to do about it if you do not. And fifthly, all about mobile websites. That's the new internet revolution, why they are very important, exclusive information as well as IDX links to your real estate boards to have on all your websites, and websites that distribute exclusive listings that are not on real estate boards automatically to your customers. That is important to them. And this is all for licensed real estate brokers and salespeople worldwide. We're going to start by showing you that you can go to the Play Store if you have an Android, search ICI World and install the app. If you simply make a note of that, don't try to do it now while we're doing this because we're going to be covering information quickly, but simply make a note. Go to the Play Store and search ICI World and install the app. And if you have an iPhone, you can go to the App Store and search ICI World and install the app. For everyone that has a mobile phone, you can also go to www.iciworld.mobi. So if you have an iPhone, go to Safari, get on the internet, search ICI, type it in, www.iciworld.mobi. And if you have an Android, click on Internet and go to the same site. And in each case, add it to your home screen. You will be literally 1 or 2 clicks away from anywhere from 50 to 150 brand new listings every single day. Any one of which can help you with a showing, and if you have a showing on one, you can make $5, $10, $15, $20,000 and more just by going on one showing. And there's 50 to 150 opportunities a day coming in. You can see them from the apps from your own mobile phones. The seminar that we're doing now is a breakdown of the seminar that we do in real estate offices and real estate boards industry-wide. We've been to hundreds of real estate offices and including real estate boards. Mastering the Powers of the Internet. This is a shortened version of this particular seminar. The seminars are conducted by several instructors. An example, Gary Klassen is an instructor, been in the business almost 40 years. He's an Ontario Real Estate Association instructor, many years in industrial, residential real estate, and has a coaching group, a STAR group, and enjoys educating and helping licensed real estate brokers and salespeople make money using the techniques in the business. And he's got a lot of great techniques, and we invite you to take advantage of some of his coaching groups. Myself, Gary Nuska, there's my information on the screen, and even though I've been a broker since 1972, we'd like you to consider us as a personal marketing and information assistant to you personally. We're specialized in doing that the same way some people would specialize in apartment buildings or a certain farm area for residential homes or businesses or whatever. Whatever you might specialize in, I'm specializing in helping licensed real estate brokers and salespeople, if you're one, people such as yourself, and we make suggestions to you to take advantage of the powers of the Internet. And we've been doing this since 1994. We invite every single person who's, whether they're residential or commercial, to consider taking the CI 101 course, starting off with the CCIM.com. You'll see that at the bottom left corner. You can get more information on CCIM.com website or by visiting our local chapter in the Toronto area. It works for all areas in North America and the world. CCIMcanada.com is the website address. We recommend CI 101 because it will help you take the mystery out of commercial real estate. It will help you understand the before and after tax consequences of investing in any income producing real estate. And it will help you show value to your customers so that instead of just selling single family homes where people might buy once every 5 years, you can now start helping add value to your relationship with an investor by helping them analyze real estate and maybe sell 1, 2, 3 properties a year to one investor over the next 5 years, literally 10 or 15 properties, because you take that one course. We invite you to go to ICIWorld.com and click on blog. I'm going to show that now, and get connected with all of our marketing and social medias. You'll see, put your email address in there, you can get the blog. Some of the examples of the blog are the security on the internet, the new Anti-Spam Act, how to promote your website, power of sales, just by simply putting in your email address there and subscribing. We also have a newspaper which we suggest you subscribe to. It comes out once every Friday. We recommend that you click on the business section of our newspaper, and there should always be an article of interest for every single broker and salesperson in North America. There will always be an article of interest for licensed real estate salespeople, at least 1 or 2 at the very minimum articles, or you let us know. And there's a good one, how women are smarter than men. But you'll see all kinds of different articles here of interest. This is free for you to subscribe to. Simply go to ICI World and put in your email address here, fill in that little spam blocker, an email will get sent to you that you have to confirm, and this is a newspaper and it's free for you. And you just go to the blog that's here on ICIWorld.com. Then click on LinkedIn, get connected with us on Facebook, click on like, Twitter, click on follow, YouTube, click on follow, and with Google Plus, add us as well, and get connected to all of these items, and it'll keep you up to date on some of the things that we're working on, plus the new invitations to attend certain functions, listen to speakers from time to time, all through the internet and through different and various live events coming up from time to time. Let's move on. We needed to show you that there's literally members from all various companies throughout the industry that are doing deals on ICI World. Again, you can go back to ICIWorld.com, simply click on testimonials here, and you will see that there's testimonials coming in from the industry. And these deals that you see being done are that are deals that are not on real estate boards. All of us are licensed real estate salespeople and brokers. We're all members of real estate boards, the good portion of it, 95% of us. But you're going to see that we're doing a lot of deals that are not on real estate boards. This is very common in the commercial real estate industry for the last 50, 100 years, as long as we've had licenses in real estate to trade. But it's also new to residential, and there is so much business coming for sale today in residential real estate of an exclusive nature. We're going to show you that, and it's very, very exciting. Gives you chances to do deals that are not on real estate boards. We'll be showing that very shortly to you. Okay, now the reason we're showing you all these testimonials is to let you know that there's many services in the world today, but how do you know the difference between ones that are doing deals and ones that are not doing deals? And we're suggesting to you this is one that is doing deals. There's lots of other ones that are doing deals too. The beautiful thing about what's going on in real estate, if there's a great service that's helping you make money, you can employ it. as long as it doesn't use up a lot of your time. In our case, once you're a member, it just takes a few minutes to put in a listing, and then the service works for you 24/7. That's the main thing that you need to know, and plus the widgets work automatically on your website. So really, other than adding a listing and searching from time to time, the only other thing you'll do is promote your website. This service works, triggers a lead, you get a call, make an appointment, go show a property, and make some money. The reason why we're taking your busy time and my busy time to go over this right now is because of all the industries that are on the internet. It is real estate that provides the highest return on investment of any industry on the internet, because one lead can make you thousands of dollars in commissions. Secondly, you can do business in your own state, your own province, in your own country, in fact, any place in the world. This is a global service, and you can be doing business any place in the world by placing haves and wants on this service. Just as a quick background before we get into some of the tools and the concepts, let you know that there's over 30,000 haves and wants that are on ICI World. 75% of them are exclusive listings, not on MLS, and we're going to be showing you how to work that very shortly. We've been doing commercial real estate for over 20 years, but we now do residential as of a year and a half ago. So within the last 2 years, we're doing residential. And properties coming for sale, for instance. And just to give you an example how this works for any and every area of the world. If I was to click on search, you'll see right away you have choices for any area of the world. Whether it's in Florida or Ontario, I could click on Ontario residential, for instance. And what I'm going to click on, you're going to see something special here called keyword searching. I'm going to click on that. And just to show you how you can be working information of an exclusive nature, I'm going to click on coming for sale. And this, you'll see, I'm going to highlight them all. I did a Control F in case anybody wondered. Control find, Control key, and the letter F. And you'll see it says the find button, and you can find anything on this page. And you'll see all the properties coming for sale. These are not on real estate boards, but they're going to be probably in a lot of cases. But in the meantime, you can get a jump on them. In the meantime, if you know that you're getting a listing in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 months, it's possible for you to place them here, and we'll show you a special way to do that, of properties that are coming for sale. This is every bit as important, and it can be, than as putting a listing on a real estate board, because if this triggers a call from a principal, you can make arrangements to go show it and cover yourself with a listing agreement and go sell it yourself. That's a double ender, even before it hits a real estate board. So that's possible to do for you. Now, if you put it on a real estate board and sell it, you make money. If you put it on ICI World, you have a chance to make money, in fact, a double ender. So that shows you how coming for sale can work. Now, when someone calls you, what you can answer is when they say, may I have the address, I'd like to see this property and drive by. You can tell them that in this particular case, you have to put an agreement in place first. But if you like, once you get the listing signed, you will put their name on a list. And once you get the listing signed, you will call them back, and they can be one of the first people through the property once you get the listing signed, if they're still looking. How does that sound? And then once you get the listing signed, give them a call. If they're still interested, then you go and show the property. Okay. Let's go back to our presentation and continue on here. Other kinds of properties, we do both commercial and residential. ICI World has been a commercial service for the last more than 20 years. Brokers tell me they put things like a $4 million shopping center on here, and on their real estate board, one of the largest in the world, they got 4 calls, and yet when they put it on ICI World, they got over 30 calls and sold it. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't belong to both. We think that both services are essential. It's like driving a car. You have 4 tires. You remove one, and you miss having a smooth ride or going places. We're suggesting that you use all of these essential services and include them. They're so simple to include, you do not have to exclude one. In the case of residential, where we've been doing them for the last year and a half or two, it's a growing service. Every broker loves the opportunity to put them on here, and it gives you a chance to work open and exclusive listings, and we're going to show you how to do that, which can actually lead, because of the action you can show them during the time that sometimes people are trying to sell properties themselves privately, the action that you give them sometime it'll lead to you getting the listing, because 75 to 90% of for sale by owner listings are eventually sold by licensed real estate salespeople. So if you can show them some good activity before they list it with someone, it could be that you're the one that gets the listing. Our service actually can help you do that if you haven't sold it in the meantime. We've demonstrated properties coming for sale. For sale by owners is FSBOs, assignments, and more. We call those postings. They're a little different from a signed listing. These are verbal pieces of information, and we'll show you how to work that in a competent and professional manner. Now, there's two databases on ICI World. One is the member database. When you advertise your listings, the public can read it. They can pick up the phone and call you. And is the public reading it? You bet. And we're going to show you now how many people are reading these ads. I'm going to go back to ICI World, click on About, and we're going to click on Statistics. And we actually provide our statistics here on a monthly basis. I'm going to click on January. And you'll see the total hits, it's 1.2 million. But this is a significant figure here, the 36,000. This represents total unique IP sites. If someone comes in from their computer, it registers as one IP address, as one unique site. If there's 5 people in a real estate office using one computer, that will register 1, not 5. So this statistic is probably a little higher than what you see here. If you hit the back button once, there is an explanation a little bit further on down the page about total unique sites, if you have a chance to read it. The sites is a number shown. It's IP requests made to the service during that reporting period. This number might be about as close as you can get to real people, but it's not the exact number. It can only give us an idea. Then when we go into February, you'll see there's 1.1 million hits. Hits is a good figure to show and demonstrate activity. In this case, there's approximately 30,000 people clicking on things on that particular month. Let's close that. Let's go into March. You'll see over here there's about 37,000 there and about 1.3 million hits. And it can go on until we go right up to July, for instance, where there's 1.9 million hits and 43,000 people. And it depends on various promotions. We notice these go up and down depending on promotions we do. We do things at the national exhibitions, on major real estate trade shows, and there's a lot of activity where people start to learn where they can get their information. Now, we recommend that once you are a real estate salesperson member, you actually will not be sending people to ICI World to look for listings. You should only be sending people to your own website, and we're going to demonstrate that now in a moment why that's the case. We also have a database number 2 here. It's called the public FSBO database. The public may add their haves. Haves are the properties for sale and for lease. Wants are what people are looking to buy. If we go right back to our main website and click on search, you'll see that this is all database number 1 up here where the brokers place their information. If I clicked on, we'll just do one, Ontario Residential, for instance, and I clicked on Toronto, you'll see all of the Toronto ads, residential properties, sorted by price. These listings, like this one coming for sale, is not on the Toronto Real Estate Board. You'll see them coming for sale here, and eventually it may or may not be on the Toronto Real Estate Board. But there's a lot of exclusive listings here, all sorted by price. And you can go right down to the lowest price. In fact, I'll jump down to the bottom. You'll see down here 500,000, another one coming for sale, comings for sale. And you'll see wanteds here as well. Condos for sale, etc. Okay, if we go back here, and click on Ontario Commercial, you'll see that there's various ways you can search commercial real estate in Ontario, and we're setting these up and can be nicely set up for real estate boards to serve their whole state, cities at a time, whether it's large cities, New York to Los Angeles, Florida to San Diego, and from Vancouver to Montreal right to Newfoundland. And you'll see there's advanced searches that you can use, and you can search by city. These can all be set up very nicely for any city. And if somebody happens to click on, say, Mississauga, there's all the properties coming for sale in Mississauga that are of a commercial nature. If you want to search and sort them in many different ways, you absolutely can. You just use this advanced search feature. You can choose a particular area. If it happened to be Canada, you can choose any area in the world. And if I just wanted Greater Toronto Area, I wanted to search the haves in a particular area. Haves are the properties for sale and for lease. We do not delete the listings. We give them various category statuses. I only want to search the active listings. You may wish to do that. And if you don't get very many returns, you might search some of the inactive ones, contact the people, and do some networking. And if I wanted to search shopping centers, I could do that. And if I only want to search, let's say, listings that are less than 4 months old, I can actually set the calendar and go 1, 2, say 3, 4. And if you only want to go 30 days old, you could do that too. And I'm just going to choose the listings that are less than 4 months old, shopping centers in the Greater Toronto Area. And I'm going to sort them by price. I'm going to change the number of results to 100. And so you see that you can dissect very easily the shopping centers. Here they are from $150 million on down. There's 111 of them here. And what's wonderful about this list, it's got the contact names and numbers right here. So in other words, you have the contact names and numbers right on the screen. You simply print this page out. There they all are, sorted by price. You can even specify a price range if you wanted to and only print out those. So all of that can be done very, very nicely. And if you wanted a specific city, you can also type in a specific city. You can type in Miami if you wanted properties in Miami just to see what's going on. Click on Search Database, and there's some properties in Miami. You can see them all there. So that's how that works, and that's how fast it works. And I'll confess, we're thinking that it's taking a long time to join one at a time for properties. It probably is going to require real estate boards to adopt this service to grow a lot faster, at least within my lifetime, which I really would love to see, people. Okay, it's working so solid and so steady. Real estate boards can join this service, and as a matter of fact, we're making pitches now to such companies as the Brampton Real Estate Board, which we'll be talking to them in a while here. And if we were to show you what we're doing with them, and I'm just flicking the mouse back and forth here, or refreshing the page so that you can see our ad coming up here on their page. If it comes up, I'm trying to make it come up, and I've clicked, oh my God, over 10 times. And we actually, there it is there. There's our ICI World banner coming up on the website. And you'll see how we're approaching real estate boards. This year, something we haven't done, we wanted to build a service so that it's solid, reliable, and also answer a lot of the questions that we've had from real estate brokers over the years. Another real estate board, for instance, that we're trying to work with is the Mississauga Real Estate Board. Let's just try to click on that and go into their website to see how our ad is coming up at the top. And we're looking to try to get, theoretically, all members of real estate boards can partake in this service. And it looks like that board is not coming up real quick. Oh, yes, it does. Here we go. And let's go in here. Let's see. We're placing our ad. And these ads cost thousands of dollars that we're putting up here. And you can see that we're doing what we can to try to reach real estate boards to bring the message to you. And you'll see all of these other ads come up, and there they are there. We have a series of different ads that are rotating from time to time. And you'll see those bullet points that are coming up in a very nice format to try to present it to you to take advantage of these cutting-edge technologies that are going on the internet today. Let's leave this back at ICI World and then continue on with the presentation. And so I was getting at where you can also now search the public database. Let's go back here, and if we were to click on search and go down here, you're going to see something called database number 2. And if I click on database number 2 and I click on the word world on the left, you're going to see that these listings are actually coming in from the public. The public can advertise free. I'm going to click on free ad, and they can post their ads absolutely free. So you can say Toronto home for sale, and a person could put in the price, and they can select all these various categories and prices, come down here to the bottom, put in their name and phone number. And then there's a question, are you a registered broker or salesperson? And they would answer no if they're a principal, and then add their ad. And so if I was to click on member access, and of course the only people, this is what the public can see now. No one can click on these particular listings. If I clicked on Ontario on the left, no one can click on these listings. Only the licensed real estate broker members of ICI World can actually click on these. And how they do that is they click on this member access to FSBO area on the left. Then when they click on the word world, you'll see that now they can click on these particular message numbers and they can do it. Are you a broker or salesperson? The answer is no. And so you'll see various listings. Richmond Hill, this is a plaza, lots of retail spaces. You can click on that and actually deal direct with the owners of these properties. Here's somebody that wants to buy an industrial building in Waterloo. If I was to click on that, there's the name of the company, and you'll see, are you a broker or salesperson? The answer is no. And so you can actually, if you had an industrial building for sale, you can actually pick up the phone, give them a call, go show the property, and make some money. And it helps people connect with the brokers that are on the network. And by doing it this way, the email addresses and people aren't getting bothered by all the, well, I don't want to say kooks on the internet, but there's a lot of time wasters, tire kickers, and curiosity seekers. Usually people are quite qualified when they take time to kind of do this stuff that's on the service. And by database number 2 allows people to post their information absolutely free on this service, but only the members of ICI World can click on all of these listings that you see here. So these are all kinds of people that are looking to buy and sell properties, and we're actually bringing in this information in many different ways, such as attending business shows, and then we add them all in here. All the people, up to 50 people, can add their haves and wants at one show that we attend on your behalf once you're a member, and all these FSBOs kind of go in here and you can deal with them direct, and many of our members have done deals with people there. If you have questions on anything, please feel free to call at 416-214-4875 or even send an email to customerservice@ICIWorld.com. Now we're going to show you how you can be networking information on this service. And we've shown you commercial and residential listings. You can put condos and cottages and vacation properties, etc. on this service all over the world. And just to round out what we do for circulation, we've had the largest extensive email circulation list for the last 20 years going on here, over 60,000 monthly email subscribers. And that's very important in today's day and age with the new anti-spam app. We've long ago removed everybody. In fact, it's hard to get back on our list. So once you unsubscribe, you're pretty well off it. And unless you make a specific intent and call us, we have to go to our remove list and actually activate you to get back on. You're going to be off forever. There is a 40,000 monthly readership. You can always visit the website to see what's happening. And the member haves and wants are delivered daily, people, to 20,000 people daily. That's a 20,000 email daily list, usually the digest that goes out daily. If you add a new listing, it gets sent out to 20,000 people daily for all your listings all year long. There's over 18,000 pages that we have on the internet, so your information appears on that instantly. And there's over 1 million hits per month. I showed you that in the statistics from people from over 138 countries. And you'll see how fast the server was that I was showing you how fast the power of information comes up on the internet when you click on it, including from your mobile devices. And this is to help each and every one of you do business, because if the customers can click on that information and see your information real quick, bingo, they pick up the phone and give you a call and you hop off and go show a property and make $10,000. we're going to show you now a way that you can work FSBOs as a licensed real estate broker salesperson. You can work open listings and exclusive listings that are not MLS. You can work builders. Sometimes they tell you, I'd like to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing, but I will pay you a commission. Whenever you hear that, you're going to ask some 3 special questions coming up here in a moment, and I'm going to show them now to you. Whenever you have a situation where somebody wants to sell their property, but they don't want to give you a listing, but they will pay you a commission, you ask them, will you pay me a commission if I bring you in a buyer? And if they say yes, you can negotiate the commission, and you've got your first question answered. The second question is, you ask them, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? And if they agree to that, that's wonderful, because you don't want to be showing a property without having an agreement in place. And the third question is, you ask them for permission to market the property, but you're going to do it without disclosing the address. Remember, you've tried to get an MLS listing, which is the best if you can do it. But if you can't, it can also be wonderful if you can get their information, because if you can trigger a buyer and go back and get the listing, you can make the sale without having to put it on MLS. Although MLS is wonderful, I've served on MLS committees, and it's the best. You can write offers directly from the listings. There's a lot more involved if you're working exclusive, because you got to get the information, verify it. There's more work involved, but there's a lot of money to be made. Now, the reason why you're doing it this particular way is because of most provinces and states have some special requirements. In the case of Ontario, it's called the Real Estate Council of Ontario. And in this particular case, there's a certain guideline that a registrant, which is you, the real estate salesperson, shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to identify, that's the key word, specific real estate, unless the owner of the real estate has consented in writing. So if you're going to advertise a property and you're going to tell people where it is or give them an address or hint where it is, then you are identifying that property. And it is a requirement that you must have a signed listing. However, if you simply say, and you can interchange this name Mississauga with any community in North America. You could say San Diego restaurant, Vancouver restaurant, Montreal restaurant, any city in North America or the world for that matter, restaurant, $350,000 making money. You cannot determine which restaurant that is in that particular city. In that case, you are not identifying the restaurant. In that case, you can post that on ICI World. We've been doing that for over 20 years. However, if you said that the restaurant is at the corner of such and such a street, say Mississauga, Huron, Ontario, and Dundas Street or something, there could be 3 restaurants there. You're still identifying that property because an owner or a buyer, pardon me, could go talk to those 3 owners and find out which one it is for sale. In that particular case, there's $50,000. There could be $35,000 at stake if it's a 10% commission, and people can easily go talk to the owner and bypass you, and you would never know it. So you've got to protect your information. You've got to keep it confidential, the same as other professions such as lawyers have confidential information, and the medical profession and doctors have confidential information. This is our confidential information in the real estate industry as professionals, that you must be very careful and not give away what it is that you have. If you said Toronto triplex for $750, you're not giving it away because no one can figure out which one it is. But if I said it was at the corner of Ossington and Bloor next to the Pizza, yes, I am giving it away. The same thing with the Oakville one. Now, most owners will give you permission to advertise this way as long as the address or the location of the property cannot be gleaned from the ad. When you have a small community that only has 1 gas station, you also have to be careful. In this case, if I said we had a property in Caledon, an Esso gas station, there might only be 1 in that town. In that case, you might make a statement more like this, that you have a branded gas station 1 hour to Toronto. You actually would not say Caledon Esso gas station. Sometimes there's only 1 shopping center in a small town. Be careful of that. You don't want to say that. So you just might give, Canada $30 million shopping center, or maybe Ontario, that's possible. Brantford Retail Plaza for $500,000. There's quite a few of those, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. That'll give you an idea of how you can be working information. When people call you, you tell them that you have to put an agreement in place on that particular listing before showing it. But if they come to your office on Saturday at 12 or 1 o'clock, you'll make an appointment to show it. And then on the day before, you go get yourself covered with a 48-hour exclusive listing. Every single one of you should have a minimum of 15 opportunities to do business on this service. I know I've been a real estate broker for 42 years, and there's much business to be done as a result of the internet. We all now have the power of the internet, of the Fortune 1000 companies that is not being taken advantage of for information purposes. In every single case, I think I can help each and every single one of you put more information on here that can trigger a lead that can make you a lot of money. And it's working for so many people. Please read the testimonials on ICI World of all the deals being done that are not on real estate boards, but done in a competent fashion, handled by licensed real estate people, which is really a good thing for the industry. More information comes out of the woodwork on behalf of the public, because real estate brokers will use a service like this because we're a broker-centric service. Only licensed real estate brokers can actually join ICI World, and this makes it good for the public because more information becomes available for them to make money. And why should something like a $2 million investment, for instance, for an apartment building stop someone from paying a $100,000 commission to licensed real estate brokers for the ability to put all of that together? Because if it's not worth 2.1, you should not even be buying it for $2 million. And it's just a matter of time before the prices go up and sort of compensate for that extra little expense of having licensed real estate brokers and salespeople do all the work that's necessary. And there's over 50 items that every single sale requires, and you miss one and you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. And licensed real estate people are the most skilled people to make sure that they're all looking after that. Now, one of the things we do is something special here called widgets. We supply widgets for all brokers' websites in the world, and I'm going to show them to you very quickly. You can come and view this yourself. You can come to ICIWorld.com, and you can click on For Members and go down to number 2. Oopsie daisy. I got to click on For Members. There we go. Click on that and go down to number 2, ICI World Widgets for your website. And widgets are like spark plugs, and that's why we have a picture of a spark plug with a phone, because these spark plugs of widgets trigger leads. They trigger calls for you. I'm going to show you. Watch this. There's sample websites with these widgets, and we actually support all websites with these widgets, and we're going to show them to you, and you'll see Real Web Solutions, Web Tech Design, Income, Web for Realty, Easy Agent, and others. And I'm just going to take one example of one off of this particular one, Web Tech Design. Now, this is a sample website. It could be anyone's website. It's not the design that I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are the spark plugs. These are spark plugs, people. Okay? If somebody clicks on, these are spark plugs coming from ICI World. If you don't have ICI World, you don't have these. If I click on residential haves and wants, bingo, up comes all of these properties in all of these cities, and if you're licensed in that province or state, it's possible somebody could click on Mississauga, and it's possible that these listings come up, and you'll see how quickly and how nicely they come up, very nicely. Somebody could end up calling you on one of these listings. So if somebody calls you on this listing, you're going to notice that no one can click on that widget. That's the big deal. That's the thing that's triggering calls. That's the thing that makes it inevitable for every single member of ICI World to trigger leads. And if you're not getting leads, it's not because of the widgets. It's because you have no traffic or little traffic going to your website. We have a program that can solve that. It's called How to Promote Your Website. We put it on every month, and it's included in a membership if you were to join. And so there you go. Somebody can end up calling you. They say, I'm interested in message 306854. I'm on your website. Can you help me? And if you don't have it, you have no chance of triggering a lead. But if you have it, the very next person that goes to your website, and they might be looking for one of these particular homes or something, they might call you on this one here for $249. Bingo. You get a call, I'm interested in message 308251, can you help me? And you should say, yes, I certainly can help you. Now, if you're in a different city far away from Mississauga, but somebody calls you on that, you could tell them that you will have someone call them back. And then you get a hold of the broker who's got this listing and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? And so that's a 5-minute call, and it's averaging $3,000 to $10,000. And one broker that we know of has done 15 of these. That's a total of 75 minutes of his time, and he made $45,000 just from triggering opportunities to do referrals. So without this, you have no chance, but with it, you have chance. So getting the widgets from ICI World is absolutely essential. I think all brokers in the industry like it. And the reason why other brokers have agreed to allow their listings to be on your website, because of this. What's better marketing exposure for their client? To be on one website or to be on 1,000 other brokers' websites? So that's the kind of thinking that's going on here that serves the industry and the public the best, giving them wider exposure in the marketplace for their listings. And more brokers are ready to do it this way when they can do all of the work promoting their website and they get the lead. If a broker or public could click on this listing, they would get the other broker, and all the work you did promoting the website and everything else, the other broker gets the lead, and you don't make any money. So that's a brief overview of the widgets. Now, some people are also asking me about Mobilize website, which we're going to finish off with this. There's other things, but you'll learn over time. And the reason we want to show you these Mobilize website is because this is the revolution, the next revolution happening now in the real estate business. And it happens to be mobilized websites. There are now more mobile phones on the planet Earth than there are humans. And people use their mobile devices more than their computers, 5 times more than their computers. So when people have a mobilized website, you can tell them to go on their mobile phone to your website. And if I was to take one example, and I showed you, if you go to ICIWorld.com, click on For Members, and click on number 3, come down to these sample residential websites, sample commercial looking websites. They're here for you to see anytime you wish. I'm going to click on this one. Now, what makes this really exciting, these are the widgets on this website. We installed the IDX link from the Toronto Real Estate Board, for instance, and this goes for Orange County and Florida, California. All the real estate boards, if there's an IDX link, we can install it for you on these websites. And you'll see that people can search the MLS from your website. In addition to that, people can search residential exclusive listings that are not on real estate boards. These are coming from ICI World. So if people want to search, say Toronto, bingo, they click on that. All the listings in Toronto come up that are on ICI World, and you'll notice there's properties that are coming for sale that are not even on real estate boards. So that's the exclusive information that you can work. Another widget that's on this website you'll see here is called GTA Homes. In this particular service, ICI World is an official distributor of these sites. We're an official educator, and we are a first line of support. We totally set up these websites for you. If you want the costs, you can give us a call and we'll go over them for you. And there may be a special if you allow us to do a demo. There will be a one-time special on a phone that we may give you at the time. But when people click on these particular listings, you're going to see beautiful color photos come up. And this particular one here shows the plot of land. And then it shows driving up the driveway and the pond. And as you get closer to the home, you can see it's very nicely done by this particular broker. Now, this is not the listing broker of this property. Other brokers have agreed to allow this property to be on his website, and this can be on your website. And it can be used to trigger a lead, and it can be used to get a listing that you show people how well you are marketing on the internet, how well plugged in you are when you have one of these websites displaying these kinds of photos to the public. They will love their home being displayed like this to the public, where literally there's 5 billion people in the world today that are using these. We don't know the exact number. We just know there's billions that have mobile devices. In fact, there's more mobile devices now on the planet Earth than there are humans. These people can actually click into your website from any country of the world, any continent of the world, as long as they're on the internet, and be looking at this stuff. And there's a lot of problems around the rest of the world, and a lot of people are coming to the United States and Canada to locate, and they can see these properties, and how wonderful they are inside, and then end up giving you a call, and you can make arrangements to show it. Now, so you're going to have all of these. Now, here's what makes the difference of this site from just a regular website. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this site smaller, and you're going to watch. Just let me make this a little bit bigger. Hang on, make it out here. Now, watch the buttons that say commercial and residential. There's residential, there's commercial. Watch those buttons. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make this smaller, and you're going to see them disappear here any second. Here it goes. They're going to disappear. Bingo, they're gone. They're gone into this button here. The actual size of a mobile device is probably closer to this. And you'll notice how well this photo forms within the picture and how everything is nicely formatted here. I'm going to click on the home button here. Hang on. There we go. And you're going to see how everything is nicely formatted so that it comes up beautifully in this particular mobile device. And this could be an Android, an iPhone, a BlackBerry, a Windows device. It could be on Samsungs. It could be on just any device that is out there. Nexuses, you name it. And now, when people click on this button up here, this is all the choices. Again, people can click on, let's say, GTA homes and condos, if that's why they're so inclined, and they're going to see all these beautiful properties come up. You could be sitting in a Kelsey's, in a restaurant, any place in the world, and be pulling up properties here, looking at them right on your mobile phone, and be showing these kinds of properties to people. And then if somebody clicks on one of these, it also starts to present a beautiful slideshow display, and you see interior color photos. Your telephone number is going to be right down here with your picture. They can just pick up the phone and call you and say, I'm interested in this property. Can you show it to me Tuesday at 7 o'clock? You say, I certainly can. And then bingo, away you go when you're doing some business. Every one of your people that are in your sphere of influence, all your social media, everybody should know about your mobile website. These mobile websites are 90 minutes to develop for you. We do them all. Once you have a membership with ICI World, you get a membership with ICI World, we totally design it for you. You'll see all kinds of different designs coming up. The other thing about this website, there's a property search button. And if you click on property search, you put somebody's email address right in there. And if you're doing open houses, you should program all the people coming through your open house, put in their low price, their high price in here. Click on residential if that's what they're looking for, but people in commercial, click on that. Choose the location of where the people might be looking. If it happens to be Ontario, this works for every area of North America. There's 300,000 real estate people that are using these websites, and ICI World is an official distributor of these websites. ICI World is an official educator, and ICI World is a first line of support for these websites. You call us and we will distribute it. It's the same cost whether you get it directly from this company or from us, but when you get it from us, you will have all of these other widgets on your website. If you miss all of these widgets, you miss opportunities to trigger leads. There's power of sales, FSBOs, all kinds of things here. If I was to click on business opportunities, for instance, bingo, up comes here, power of sales. You've got them all on your website. Power of sales. So you're going to have, this is what triggers the call. Some people that are getting traffic but they're not doing deals, could it be that people are clicking on these numbers? You'll notice that we've made it so people cannot click on these numbers. They have to call you for more information. That completes our little presentation here, and looking forward to you for maybe giving us a call and helping you get started in with your website, online marketing, helping you put widgets on your existing website, helping you to add haves and wants. Just to show you how nice it can be and how wonderful it can be, we try to make it fun. We take the stress out of everything. We actually will do what we call a webinar workshop where we can see your screen, you can see ours. We'll show you how to go over here and click on login and how you actually log in and then log in to the website, and there's a welcome message here. When you want to add a listing, you click on add have one, and you can add your listing here, and you can put in Toronto or you can put in Vancouver, wherever it is, and if I can spell properly, Vancouver, and then you could say, you know, commercial property, etc. You just put in the ads. If you want to see what those ads look like, click on Latest World Commercial, and you'll see 50 to 100 new listings coming in every single day. If you want to see the residential ones, click on Latest World Residential here on the left. Again, 50 to 100 new listings coming in every single day, literally from all around the world. You'll see even in Greece that they're coming in here. You just simply click on Add Have Want. If you want to see your existing inventory, you click on My Listings on the left. These are the listings from this other gentleman that has these particular listings. You click on My Record to see your own record, and you can come in here and change your own record, your information that appears in every single ad. So putting your ads on from time to time is what you'll do. The website works by itself. We will finish off once your website is built. Once you've got your listings on here, you're finished. You've built your website. It's done. It's like a one-time building of, we call it an office building on the internet. After that, you click on webinars, and here's where you should spend your time, people. It should be on how to promote your website. Because what good is your website if you don't have any traffic going to your website? That completes our presentation for today. This particular presentation comes every single month. You'll see from now to the end of the year, and it'll be every single month in 2015 as well, and further until such time as it doesn't become important. And you never know, with the changes in the industry, there's things happening all the time. Who knows what's coming next? You're on the cutting edge of technology. Thank you for listening to this complete presentation. If you've listened to it, you can simply call us and ask for the special. The special, you can use a keyword and use the keyword first presentation ever of the tools on ICI World. Just mention that to me and we could actually get into it right away. You just come in and click on join and you can get started right here, and you can see where you can click on Canada or the USA to kind of get started. And that's it for today, people. Have a great day, and I'm going to sign off.